Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. The Cypress Regional Hospital in Swift Current is introducing a new program to enhance the quality and safety of care for patients in the Women's and Children's Unit. Our Southwest TV News crew followed members of the Swift Current Fire Department during one of their regular training sessions high above the Southwest landscape. Earlier this year, Swift Current City Council approved the purchase of new portable rodeo equipment and other enhancements valued at $80,000. This investment is now in place at the Magnus Newland Arena at Swift Current Kinetic Exhibition Park.
Thanks for joining us here today. The Cypress Regional Hospital has a new program in place benefiting patients. We have more in today's top story.
The Cypress Regional Hospital in Swift Current is introducing a new program to enhance the quality and safety of care for patients in the Women's and Children's Unit. Dr. Michael Capusta and staff recently participated in a mock demonstration of a mother in labor and the practices used through the moreOB Obstetrical program, which could alleviate any problems occurring during delivery. The Cypress staff has been in training sessions over the past month and is eager to pass on their expertise in real-world situations.
For patient safety, and the numbers support this, we will be able to deliver safer care here in Swift Current. The other thing is, and we've seen this today, is that the staff are really excited about it. And it will help the staff to feel supported and also very comfortable with some of the emergency situations that occur.
Approximately 55 staff working on the Women's and Children's Ward, including physicians, nurses, and midwives at the Cypress Regional Hospital, will participate in ongoing training sessions of the moreOB program. A model of care which was originally introduced back in 2002 in 41 hospitals in Ontario and has since been implemented across Canada, with 90% of new births now taking place in hospitals trained in the moreOB module.
We want to do the best practice, so this program is based on evidence-based research that helps providers give the best care that research is finding right now. So they'll be practicing up-to-date practices instead of, sometimes we get caught in doing things the way we always used to do them, and so now they'll be fresh up-to-date with the latest research that's out there.
The Cypress Regional Hospital in Swift Current is one of 5 locations in Saskatchewan, including Regina and Saskatoon, now having their staff trained and operating under the moreOB Obstetrical program.
Okay, so I broke in. I'm not a member. This is not what I wear to the gym normally. Okay, so I want you guys to come and play with me on next Friday. What are you doing next Friday?
Nothing right now.
Awesome, will you be my date? You can bring another date.
Okay.
Do you want to be my date? Do you know that guy?
No.
Are you married?
Yes.
Oh, because you can bring him, but you're married.
I'm married.
Do you want to give this to him? Will you be my date? I don't know you. So I'm having a thing in my studio. It's all about joy.
Okay.
And it's called Synergize Your Everyday Life. It's about 2-hour-plus gig, great food,
Okay.
good for you food, like gym-approved food.
Okay.
I'm the guest speaker, so I better figure out what the hell I'm talking about. But I'm going to be talking all about how to stay balanced and healthy in a really crazy, insane life, which is what you babes are totally trying to do.
Yeah.
And you get good food in the process, great conversation, maybe a little joy and some laughter, and some surprises. And it's free.
The Swift Current Fire Department has no limit on the heights it will go to save a life. We have more in this report.
What's 165 feet straight up and relies on teamwork? High-angle rope rescue training at the Cypress Wind Power Facility. Our Southwest TV News crew followed members of the Swift Current Fire Department during one of their regular training sessions high above the southwest landscape. Once buckled into a safety harness, the training session for these 6 firefighters begins with a steady climb straight up inside of the wind turbine, offering many challenges along the way.
The wind turbines look quite large, but when you're up in the nacelle, which is the covered area up top, it is quite small. There is big motors, generators, and that sort of thing in there, so there's not a lot of room. It's a very confined space, so I guess you could call it confined space as well as high-angle rope rescue, but there's not a lot of room to work up there.
And once the team reaches the top, they assess the situation with the victim and plan their rescue out and down the side of the turbine.
We go up there and you basically set up a mainline system that you would attach the basket to with the patient, and then there's a safety line called the belay. We bring them out. We could, depending on the type of call or whatever, sometimes you can bring them down the inside of the column, and others just don't permit that, and you have to bring them out the outside. So we bring them out the outside, the hatch, and put them in the basket, and we lower them horizontally with an attendant, and that's that. I guess it's a little unnerving. It takes a little time to do the setup. When you're the guy going out that door, everybody wants to make sure that everything is done correctly and double and triple safety. And once you come out, it's a little tricky coming out to have tension on the basket, on the attendant, and get them out smoothly, but today it went pretty well.
A process which the crew says relies 100% on teamwork, as their main goal is to get the victim down safely and to a waiting ambulance.
I have absolutely no control when I'm going down. I'm in the hands of my fellow firefighters, and so there's always a trust there, absolutely. There's one person who is lowering me down on a brake bar. It's just one of the pieces of equipment that we have, and he is controlling how fast I go, when I stop, and there's always a safety line. We call it a belay line, and that's in case something goes wrong with the main line, and so we always run with 2 safety lines.
Regular on-site rescue training contracted by Sask Power, which is welcomed by these technicians who work at the wind power facility on a daily basis.
It gives us great peace of mind knowing that the Swift Current Fire Department is only a phone call away, and it's just not something that everybody can do as far as a high-angle rescue like that. Those guys are absolutely professional from top to bottom.
The Swift Current Fire Department conducts ongoing aerial rescue training with its members once per year on site, alternating between the Cypress Wind Power Facility near Gull Lake and the Centennial Wind Power Facility located near Wymark.
The Magnus Newland Arena in Swift Current has had a facelift as it carries on with a long-standing rodeo tradition here in the Southwest.
Earlier this year, Swift Current City Council approved the purchase of new portable rodeo equipment and other enhancements valued at $80,000. This investment is now in place at the Magnus Newland Arena at Swift Current Kinetic Exhibition Park.
It's larger now. It's 250 feet by 150 feet. It has the buck chutes and the pans and the holding pans and all those things that go along with the standards for rodeo in a national and international level. And we have lights added, and the barns are right close by.
Mills goes on to explain that the arena has a long-standing history in the community, hosting a variety of ranching events over the years. A venue which was named in recognition of a well-known rancher from the Southwest.
Yes, Magnus Newland is actually from this area and a cowboy who loved his horses and his cattle. And he grew up along the Mankota Valley in there, and so raised as a farmer and a rancher, and one of the top cowboys around. And when he passed away after an accident falling off his horse, then the trail riders came in and they helped do the upgrades on the arena, and because they gave all those donations of hours and cash, they asked that the arena be christened the Magnus Newland Arena, and that's how it came about.
The Magnus Newland Arena is busy with a variety of rodeo and ranch activities throughout the year, with Frontier Days the next big attraction lined up for June.
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.